remove the wheel, use a 21mm socket, take the lug nuts off. Take the wheel off. Take a 7/8 wrench or a 22mm and loosen up the jam nut. Remove the cotter pin. You can use some side cutters. And slide it out. Take this castle nut off. Use a 17mm socket. To separate the outer tie rod from the knuckle, you could use a punch and just hammer underneath to separate that, or you can use a pickle fork, but if you use a pickle fork, you might damage the boot, and if you just use a hammer right here, you may damage the end of this if you're not replacing it. Because I'm replacing the outer tie rod end anyway, I'm just going to use a pickle fork, sacrifice the boot. Go. Now I'm going to untwist the tie rod. Every time I loosen this, I'm going to count the turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 18, 19. So write that number down. I'm going to take the outer tie rod and get it started and count the turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 17, 18, 19. Now slide the tie rod into the knuckle. Take the castle nut and get that started underneath. And torque this nut to 25 foot-pounds. And see where the cotter pin hole is. And if it doesn't line up with the castle nut, tighten it a little bit more. Slide the cotter pin through the hole. Take your side cutters and bend it over. And trim the excess. Now tighten up this jam nut. And if you have the ability to torque this, torque it to 65 foot-pounds. That's good. And if you have a new grease fitting, put the grease fitting in, get it started, and take a 7mm socket and just snug it down. Take your grease gun and give it a couple pumps of grease. That's good. Put the wheel on. And get the lug nuts started. Now I'm going to torque these lug nuts in a cross pattern to 80 foot-pounds to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check. After you're done this job, you want to keep in mind you should take the vehicle to a local garage to have it aligned so that you don't have premature tire wear.